Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UG Capital Venture. Because the channel is growing and we're so small right now, I think it's important that I take just a little bit of time to introduce myself. I'm CJ, a software engineer who managed to become a self-made millionaire through hard work, dedication, and investment strategy. My value proposition to you all is that I have a $500,000 crypto portfolio, and I plan to grow that into a multi-million-dollar portfolio this bull cycle. With that being said, I want to get right into it. We're going to be talking about Kadena, okay? I want you guys to really follow me on this, okay? Because we want to avoid, like I've told you guys in a couple of videos, we want to avoid chasing pumps and being the guys who pretty much receive the dumps, the bad end of the stick, okay? We want to not be this guy, okay? I missed it. That's been me so many times, chasing pumps. Oh my God, I'm online 12 hours, still missed everything, right? We don't want to be this guy. And that's the point. We want to sit back. We want to do our research. We want to look at the facts and we want to get ahead of the narratives so that we can actually be the big dogs, right? We can actually be the ones who take advantage of some of these opportunities as early as possible, okay? With that being said, as you know, we've been talking about Kadena for a while and something pretty big happened. The largest crypto channel, I believe, by subscriber count, BitBoy Crypto, has done a review on Kadena, okay? And he's pretty much talking very positively about about Kadena. Okay, so the first thing that comes to my mind, because I know a lot of you are going to wonder, oh my God, if BitBoy did a review on it, is it too late? Are we early still? Is it overpriced? Yada yada, right? We're trying to think about this from an investment perspective. So I want to jump right over and let's kind of get into that, right? So look at Kadena here. Kadena sitting at $19 with a $3 billion market cap. And the thing that impresses me about Kadena, okay, from my perspective, is how well it sits with many of the narratives in crypto right now. There are many narratives in crypto, and if you can actually find the things that support those narratives, then those things are going to pump the hardest and actually be the most sustainable. They're going to receive the most funding. They're going to grow the largest, the fastest, and be the most sustainable, right? So be the most sustainable. Sorry about the tongue twister. And with that being said, I really want to kind of talk about that, right? Think about it. Think about the SEC regulation narrative, right? We know that we don't really know how proof of stake will be regulated, right? The SEC has deemed proof of work to not be a security, which is good. We understand actually how the asset class functions, and that's good for Bitcoin and Ethereum. But Ethereum is moving to proof of stake in Ethereum 2.0, so that kind of eliminates it from the party, right? But the problem with proof of work is it's not scalable, but Kadena is infinitely scalable. So that's like one narrative by itself. Then you've got other narratives like the DeFi narrative, where you can think about gas fees becoming insane on Ethereum. Okay, you just had Avalanche. Gas fees became insane when it got the little push it just got. So all of these little narratives. You even got the gaming and metaverse narrative. And that narrative, the thought is that gaming and metaverse is what's going to drive mass adoption for blockchain technology. With that being said, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting for Kadena, right? And I want to kind of get into that for you all, with you all. So first, we all know that gaming and metaverse is going insane. All right, going straight up, pretty much with not too many without too much volatility, just almost straight up right now. Okay, so those are super hot narratives. Now, let's think about that. The metaverse narrative is so large, right, that Mark Zuckerberg is renaming Facebook Meta. We already know this, but I just want to point it out. Okay, that's a big deal. But we all know in crypto that's going to be centralized. Okay, no one's going to want to actually use that centralized system. We all already know they're going to be selling our data, and they're going to be regulating us, and they're going to be controlling everything we do, and it's going to be no privacy. We all know that, right? So no one's really interested in Facebook for actually the metaverse. It's actually at a disadvantage. So then the question is, how is the metaverse going to be built out, right? You start to think about that a little bit. Okay, and the first thing comes to my mind is, from a layer one perspective, that's going to have to, the metaverse will have to be built out on Solana, okay? Because developers love it, because the smart contracts are easy to interact with, and it has a crazy throughput, great transaction per second percentage. I think it's like 400,000 transactions per second. All right. So then as you think about that, though, right, and we really dive into the Solana ecosystem, we understand that Solana isn't actually decentralized. Okay, I've showed you guys some other videos where that's actually an argument. That's actually another sub narrative that's actually existing in crypto right now also. So if you check this out, Solana, what caused the outage? Because it had an outage. Primarily, the outage occurred due to resource exhaustion when the transaction load touched 400,000 transactions per second. Now, what fascinates me even more is that Solana was literally turned off and turned back on, okay? Which proves that it was centralized, and the scalability was also suspect due to it having an outage. So those are two major conflicts with true decentralization, all right? And now you're thinking, okay, what does it have to do with Kadena? And the first thing that comes to my mind, if you're building a metaverse, right? We're doing mass adoption of metaverse. We're going to be bringing the world into a digital age. We're going to be digitally existing, right? We're going to be doing work from the metaverse. We're going to be selling things on the metaverse, creating things on the metaverse, building things on the metaverse, right? I mean, it's almost like, how do you sustain something like that, right? You're going to need infinitely scalable solutions to data storage, to rendering, to also smart contract transactions. When it comes to smart contract transactions through a layer one, that's going to have to be infinitely scalable too. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't think Solana is going to be the solution long term. So we have a chance to get in front of the narrative because Kadena is the only thing that has proven that it could sustain a true metaverse from a layer one perspective. This is very, very, very amazing, especially considering that we just talked about Kadena is a $3 billion market cap, which is insane. And with that being said, you would think that the gaming industry, or at least the decentralized gaming industry, would be paying attention to this, right? And come to find out they are. All right. UFO Gaming and Kadena have a collaboration. UFO Gaming is excited to announce this strategic partnership with Kadena, the only scalable layer one proof of work blockchain. This is a big deal. Okay. This article is maybe a month or so old, which is good. This is old news, but I'm just bringing it back up. Well, old news in the crypto universe, right? Now, with that being said, we were talking about true decentralization. Bitcoin being truly decentralized, right? Sadly, not performant. Ethereum, truly decentralized right now, not performant. That's why they're switching to proof of stake. Kadena, truly decentralized, performant still, right? Solve the trilemma and secure. Now think about this when we're talking about true decentralization, right? The advisors for Kadena. Kadena's advisory team consists of experts such as Dr. Stuart Haber, the co-inventor of the blockchain and the most cited author in Satoshi's renowned 2008 white paper. Now, I want you guys to really think about this, because when it comes to investing, a lot of times you're not investing in the projects themselves. You're investing into the team and their advisory. That's a common thing I learned in my investment in my day-to-day life. Is investment isn't always what's being created. A lot of time it's the team, who's building it, what is their support, what support and collaborations do they have, who's their advisory, and a lot of times you're investing in that. And Kadena has a great and absolutely amazing advisory. I talked about the team in a different video, but I didn't talk about the advisor, so I wanted to point that out because that gets overlooked all the time. Okay, I would literally make this a top 10 coin based upon their advisors by themselves, okay? And that's how much weight that has, okay? So with that being said, also build smarter with Pact. The Kadena team has built their own smart contract programming language, okay? It's called Pact. Super, super, super simple to use, and this is not to be underestimated. When it comes to building or attracting developer support, this is not getting the attention it should get, okay? Once developers start to see how easy this is and how performant it can be, they're going to be building on this thing, okay? It's just a matter of time. And as you know, I already told you I'm a software engineer, so I might do a comparison between Pact and smart contracts on Solana and show you guys just how easy this is. And I'm not bashing Solana. I actually hold Solana, okay? I'm just being honest because I want to get ahead of some of these narratives, and I want us ahead of some of these narratives so we can actually enjoy some of these gains together and be early adopters of some of these things before it's the most mainstream coin that we know of, all right? So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've told you everything we need to say. So with that being said, do I think Kadena is overvalued at $3 billion. No, not even close. Kadena is nowhere near. I wouldn't be shocked if this thing doubles in market cap in the next couple of months. Okay, is it undervalued? No. Would I put more money in Kadena? Yes. I got in at $7. Okay, and that's just super, super low. We're still super low. It can double. Like, this thing could double in months. Okay, and with that being said, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think it's too early? What concerns do you have about Kadena that I might not be considering? Okay, I'm super excited about this. My whole goal is to show you guys what I'm thinking, and you don't have to do what I'm saying, right? You don't have to do or act on this in any way. All I want you guys to do is be educated with the information that I have, and you guys can see me as I make my trades. And if I get wrecked, guys, you're going to see it. And if I go to the moon, you're going to see it. With that being said, thank you all. If you like the video, hit the like button, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.